Here comes a man with the passion, knowledge, experience, and capacity to serve as governor of Edo State. Honorable Joseph Ikpea, a politician, a businessman, and an executive director of a family business conglomerate, Lee Engineering Conglomerate. He came into politics about year 2000 and working up the ladder through the two main political parties over the years. He has served public boards as well as being a local government chairman of Eastern Southeast Local Government.
I joined politics sometime around the year 2000, and sometime around 2009 or thereabout, I was the chairman of a Dose Library Board under local Benedium administration. I also became a member of SUBEB during our Damashamble's tenure. I was the person representing Edo Central in SUBEB, and I left SUBEB and contested for local government chairman under the Same Chamberlain's tenure, and by his grace, I won the election, and I was local government chairman for Eastern South local government between 2013 and 2016.
To his credit, while a council chairman, when back then funds were so low to local government councils due to drop in federal government oil revenue, and the local government itself could hardly generate revenues, his council was one of the very few who paid salaries, and he said by the time he left office, the council did not owe a dime.
Honestly, that period while in office, it was honestly very rough because got a drop in the oil price, and it affected a lot of local government couldn't pay the workers' salary. But I must be proud to say, among the few councils that pay salary, among 3 or 4 that are able to pay salary consistently, I'm among them. And to God be the glory, I was given a letter of recommendation by the comrade Adam Shabele for being prudent in my performance. As most councils were owing almost 11 months, some were 18 months. But when I left office, I was not owing a dime.
These experiences, derived from business management, knowledge, acumen, and experience, are the reasons he thinks those coming to contest for governorship should have been exposed to experience of public sector management. That's why he says those who come into politics seeking to be governor are persons who have money with no pedigree nor profile.
If you look at the profile of the people who are there, coming here and there, most of them don't have profile. They just have money. They just having money, and you want to play politics. It's not the actual. Look, you have to think of where do you start from? It's not because you have so much money you want to come contest election. That is not the politics. Where did you start? What office have you held before? How have you led the people before? What have you done politically before? These are the drive. If you are just, you're not being a councillor, you're not being a board chairman, you're not being whatever, because you have money or you have connections, you have link to people who are on top. You just looking for that reason, I'm going to contest for the position of governor of the state. I don't think it actually makes sense. Once the drive is there to serve your people, it's always there, not the drive to go and make money or serve your personal self and your family. If we the Nigerians say we think of the Nigerian first before ourselves, then the nation will be great. Now that's my dream.
Honorable Joseph Ikpea thinks he's the man to beat, and that's why he boldly states that if he had a chance to draft the Constitution, he would write in that those seeking either for governorship or public offices should be persons who are not idle, people with no alternatives. Hence, he considers his right for seeking public office as he's into doing business.
If I have the point to draft the Constitution of Nigeria, I will make it such a way that politics should not be for people without job. Because if by the time you make that people become something that is for people that have no, that find a way of livelihood, they couldn't get job, couldn't do anything, they're not resort of politics. Then if you do that, then which means you are not going to serve the people, you are going to serve yourself. So it is good if you want to go into politics, you have a foundation base, a base of where you started from, you have antecedent, you have a record. So when you have these things, then the people will know actually you have a drive to start the people. Like me, I have to drive this schedule, and if it's time to play politics, I play politics. If it's time to do for my business, I go for my business. So But that I said, if I can write the Constitution of Nigeria, I would not even want a situation whereby people that are idle, people just because there's no alternative, okay, let me go to because there's no alternative, people don't go there. You are only going to extort the post money, you're going to enrich yourself. But if you have that means of livelihood, you want to serve the people, I think that's where I think that I belong to, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
What is Honorable Joseph Ikpea bringing to the table? He had been Commissioner of Oil and Gas in Edo State. He has a master's degree in security management. Hence, he has a dream to make Edo great.
In life, you aspire from stage to stage. I started as a lobby board chairman. I started from there. I became a member of Subeb. Then at the time, became chairman of local government. Therefore, that became a commissioner. So it's an elevation. I've got a lot of ideas. I've known what it takes to manage human being and the resources generally. So that drive, I've seen myself that I can do it. I have this dream. I have the foresight. I have the foresight that Edo can be great.
Should Honorable Joseph Ikpea win the ticket, what would be his priority in governance?
Life generally will have scale of preference. The scale of preference will depend on what it is at that time. What I need to do first, is it job creation? Is it handling the bad road? Is it creating the power for the people to power for the people? You look at these things. And also when you do your campaign, you also do what we call need analysis. Your need analysis can take you ask questions, you do public opinion, you ask questions. What do you think I don't need? What do you think would go for us at the city of Edo State? You got an opinion. Those opinion can inform you, can give you exactly what to do. But me as a person, I think my dream is to make Edo look like abroad, where I always go to. That's my dream, to make Nigeria become an abroad where things work. My dream for a state will be a place whereby when you have issues, you don't need to call someone and say, I have this issue. They will not call and say, okay, allow them to go. My dream is that everybody will be equal. When you have issues, you solve it by yourself. If you involve yourself in criminality, you face your offense of criminality. That's my dream.
He is also setting his eyes on what can improve Edo State's economy, like improving on our investments in oil and gas, solid minerals, agriculture, keying into the liberalized electric energy sector, and making sure that with underground drainage system, our roads can last.
Edo State is one of the oil and gas producing states. We have a lot of gas in Edo State, we have some few oil in Edo State. So I think and we have a lot of things in Edo State, but even agriculture, we all have that in Edo State. It all depends on how we want to harness it. If you look, we have a lot of solid. I was the commissioner for mineral oil and gas in Edo State. I know what comes out from Bua and Dangote in Edo State. So this state, if it's just a matter of having the zeal and the way to serve the people, if those dreams are there, you can put it together. You can partner. You can go to international commission, make a partner with other foreigners to make a drive, either in the oil and gas sector. We can generate a lot of money from that. We can create avenue for even individual to make their own business from that. So give them that enabling environment. We can create that enabling environment, give them support, both financial support and technical support. With that, we can create a lot of jobs. For instance, God, we're going to be governor of a state. In the stakeholders meeting, I can also bring up my point and make this law, the law that will make them irrevocable. These laws are there, and you draw it your planning and say, I want in 20 years' time, Edo State would have underground drainage, because the problem of Edo State is drainage. If we have roads today without drainage, the roads will make in the few time all the roads will wash away. But if we have a solid underground drainage, which I think we can actually do. You go to Europe, once rain fall, you don't know where the water go to, because they all have this underground drainage. You can construct a tunnel across the state and link that one to river. When the rain fall, everything wash away. We don't see it on the road. So if we have these things, if we have this plan ahead of us, and we have the dream ahead of us, this could be solved. If you know the situation of your state and know what is on ground, it's just a matter of okay, what do I do? You go to an expert, you go to an expert, you say, okay, if this place always waterlogged, it's okay. You call the expert. What can I do here to make sure this place you know water law, they will give the dream. Tell what and what you the diagram, how to go about it. They will give you the drug and you look at it. Then if the fund, the means to get the fund, you plan to, like I said, as a governor or as a human being, as a director, you must have a even as the husband in the house, you must have a priority. The one it did the school fees first, it did the light bill first. So those things will also guide you to do what you are doing. So I think those are my dreams.
He has been observing Edo State in the last few years, and he thinks a major error which must be corrected is never to hand over the state to a governor who has never been in politics.
When governance is handed over to somebody who has never been of a politics, never played politics before, you see the difference. When Oshomole had been in active politics, notwithstanding that it's in under labor union, whatever, it has played a lot of politics, so he knows the grassroots, what they call politics. But coming to our present governor, with all due respect, is a technocrat. He have a large range of ideas, but the ideas are not geared towards the way it should go. That's where we have some little problem. Not that he's doing very well, he's doing fantastically well, doing a lot of things. You can see if you go to the secretariat, that you go to that government house, and they have changed a lot of things. But I think we need more than that. Because once the people are hungry, then you are doing what you are doing, then the thing does not impact them in such a way. The black poverty rate will still be there. If you have good roads, we are able to create a good security network. People can go to the farm and they will take up themselves.
With all these his vision, advice, and criticisms, does he have a standing chance to be nominated and to win?
I can't tell you I have the chance. It's led for the party. If the party, I pray that the party don't make mistake and go and choose they go and pick another technocrat. They're not a non-politician anymore. If you pick not a politician, which means those things will start another 8 years because this is what we are celebrating today. There are a lot of things, even in governance, there are a lot of boards that you create to empower people, that will give them job opportunity. But this since so many left office, boards are not created. When Lucky Belinda was office, they created a lot of boards. That's why I became levy board chairman. But after the exit of Comrade Shomole in office, we no longer hear anything about board. Nothing about board. Don't hear nothing about board anymore. We don't hear about even Subeb that want a member. Subeb actually meant to make sure the leader of the party, they benefit for the party. People meant for the party and other party might benefit, but the job must be done according to specification, which of course is known. But in a situation whereby it is done by people with just one person, give one, carry out and get one, few people handle this. It's an aberration and it doesn't go with the people. So I think these are some of the things, a lot of shortcomings we have, a lot of people are complaining about this government. That it's only centered on few people, not for the people of Edo State.
In the current tussle of which senatorial district gets the ticket to run, and if the ticket is zoned to Edo Central, which constituency in Edo Central should be favored favorably? Honorable Joe Ikpea has an opinion on the matter.
To me, I think that is the truth, and the truth will be said. I will also join hands to appeal to people in Edo South and people in Edo North to give us opportunity, those of us from Edo Central, to give us opportunity. At least we are human beings. We know they have the capacity to fight the fight and take the ticket from us. They have all what it takes to fight the fight, take it from both. What is fair is fair. Let them be considerate. Knowing fully well that we have only there for 18 months. Benny John was there for 8 years. Basically doing it 7 years. By next year, we'll complete 8 years. The Comrade Damshan have done it 8 years. We should also be given opportunity. It's time we should be given opportunity. That's my appeal. That they should just. It's not that we have the power to fight it from them, but they should that human consciousness should be part of what they should use to let us contact the people. I know everybody have the desire to become a governor. So the leadership of the party should also use that as a consideration. Not only doing that, there are also factors we should also look to, and we have two constituencies in Edo Central. This constituency in Edo Central, we have Agbazilo, we have Okpebo. The Agbazilo has never gotten a point to become governor once. The Okpebo had been there. Abrotale was there at the time. Osobo was there. The current Senate member of Edo Central is from there. So I think they should also be fair on their own. So let us give this to Agbazilo. If they can do that on their own first, it will give a credit to have the people of Edo South and Edo North to say, let us, this people can do this, go this thus far. Let us do the part. If they also want to join the Agbazilo to struggle for this position, which means it becomes an issue. So I think I also want to appeal for. I beg the people of Edo North and the people of Edo South to give us Edo Central the opportunity to get the position to decide get the filing for the governorship position of Edo State, and also appeal to the people in Agbazilo to also have their human feeling too. Say, Agbazilo has never enjoyed it when they are going to let us give Agbazilo the point also to have this position. That's my appeal.
Honorable Joseph Ikpea from Ewato comes into the gubernatorial aspirational race armed with a solid educational background. He reads them off with confidence. Listening to him, you would say he comes prepared not only for the contest, but if given a chance, he said he could be trusted to lead.
My name is Joseph Ikpea. I'm from Edunyase in Ewato, in the Eastern Side local government area. I attended more primary school in Warri. Thereafter, I went to Alaja Grammar School, Alaja, that's in Udu local government area of Delta State. Then I also attended PTI from. Thereafter, I went to Abia State University, Uturu, where I studied business management. And I further went to Delta State University, Abraka, for my master's degree in crime management.